Hey there, how you doing? So I don't know if you caught my interview with Jonathan Twomley yesterday. I don't know, and I don't know if you know this, but we have this call every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Pacific. We record an interview. We actually don't know when we get on Zoom together. We never know where these calls are going to go. And it was such a great interview. You should really go back and watch it. And really, it boiled down to him and I having a discussion about how we were raised, right? How were we programmed to think about money and wealth? And it's just kept me thinking, and I wanted to record this video just to dive into it more. So first off, when you look at, or when I look at my history, my programming with money was bust your butt, be the best employee you can. I quickly learned that commission was the way to go. Rather than just taking an hourly wage, I wanted to take less money per hour, but have the upside of commission. I've been on commission since I was 14 or 15. I was paid 1 to 3% at hardware, selling Craftsman tools and tractors and lawnmowers, and then paid 3 to 10% selling washers and dryers at Sears until I was out of college. So again, I was raised to bust my butt during the day, or for hours, sell hours for dollars. That's what I was told. And then I saw you turn those dollars into things, right? That was my money programming. It really, I guess there was a little bit of savings there, but it was more emergency fund, right? Because you never know when you're going to be unemployed. We had a lot of times where somebody in the house was unemployed, and man, those times were rough. So emergency fund, stash money under the pillow or, the bed or whatever, that happened. But we never talked about investments. I remember one time being infatuated with a gold coin because I think gold spiked to like $800 or something when I was a little kid. And, that was the closest we got to talking about investments. And nobody in my family talked about investments. Money wasn't around. It was a scarcity. So again, I was raised to sell hours. I quickly realized if I was risk taking, I could take commission and do more. And that was it. Then my pivot was Rich Dad Poor Dad that changed my mindset, which was earn as much as you can during the day, live farther below your means, save, and then invest, and good things will happen. That came from a book, right? I didn't get that from anyone in my family. There was nobody entrepreneurial, right? Everybody was an employee. They were an employee or stay-at-home parent. I didn't have any of that growing up. And, I quickly got into commission, higher and higher commission sales roles in technology. And I kept getting around people that were making, some years ridiculous amounts of money. And they were still blowing it, right? They were still living paycheck to paycheck, and it was sad. But so I learned that delayed gratification, sacrifice, full credit to Olivia for kind of being with me through this journey. And there was no promises that this would work out, but full 15 years of never deviating got us there, and that was fun. And the rewards are clear now. But they weren't clear during the journey. Lots of dark days, lots of confusion, lots of stress, lots of coulda, woulda, shouldas, memories missed, all those things. Then the conversation with Jonathan turned to our kids. Like, how'd you raise your kids? I'm like, wow. I've never talked about this with anyone. And, where we got in that conversation, and just check out the interview, it was yesterday, was really about, again, thanks to Olivia, we didn't focus on, hey, you have to be a lawyer, a doctor, you don't have to get an advanced degree. To be honest, college was never an option. Teresa was going to college. It was just something that we believed in. But, she went to an art school. She is a working artist. She's an illustrator. And for us, it was about making sure that she was happy. because again, you're going to be potentially working for a long time, and we didn't want her to be. We were more observant about quality of life, which I found interesting. I didn't always get it. We battled on this a bunch, but I'm thankful now after a decade or so. It was the right call. So it was pretty interesting conversation. Again, getting on these interviews with people far more intelligent than I am, and they've done bigger and badder things is always interesting. And I appreciate Jonathan for having that conversation. You really should check it out. He kind of shared his story, and I'll leave it there for you to go listen to. So again, it was yesterday's interview with Jonathan Twomley. All right, have a great day, everyone. Take care.